have to tread along the line, take every step with little time, and find the sign. Take my lead, I'm going nowhere making time, but it sure feels fine. So don't fall down, feel the wind against your face, moving along without a trace. Take my hand, take my hand, balance or fall into the gap where nothingness resides. Take my hand, take my hand. We're walking the wire, we're walking the wire, we're taking it higher right now. We're walking the wire, we're walking the wire, we're taking it higher right now.
Well, this year our Spring Visual Arts exhibition has had to change completely. I'm very, very proud of how we have transformed the cultural program since lockdown, and the Spring Visual Arts has been very, very challenging indeed. For the last few months, we have been working very, very hard to bring an online competition, and we're delighted that we have received 92 entries in total. Usually, with the Spring Visual Arts, we always get between 100 and 130 artworks, but this year, because of lockdown and because of the new digital format that we've had to introduce, we've only received 92. But again, like I said, we're very, very happy and hope that we will be able to continue this exhibition for many more years to come.
We're taking it higher right now. Elevated in your mind is like walking when you're blind. Such a powerful device, it's a return to paradise. So why don't you sing on how we turned it around? Why don't you sing? Living in a dream. We're walking the wire, we're taking it higher right now. Yeah, we're walking the wire, we're walking the wire, we're taking it higher right now. We're walking the wire, we're walking the wire, we're taking it higher right now. We're walking.
My first time organising the Spring Visual Arts competition as head of events, and certainly one to remember. Really pleased with the number of entries and support received this year. Artists are being very understanding as I've had to submit all entries digitally. Definitely an interesting one for the adjudicator. But the most important thing is that we've managed to go ahead with the event and we haven't had to cancel or postpone after all the hard work put in by all the artists.
Well, you may not always see the bigger picture, and it seems unfair that answers never come. When the time is wrong, I give you all that I am. No shades of gray in the colors of you and me. Counting down the time that I've been wasting, when it's hard to see a way out. If you have a shred of common sense, I think you'll know it's worth the wait. Counting down the time that I've been wasting, when it's hard to see a way out. Don't let go of this love, just be patient. I think you'll know it's worth the wait. Seems the more you know, the less you understand. What you're desperate for isn't what you really want. Shouldn't matter much as long as I am honest. Keep believing, just hold on. Counting down the time that I've been wasting, when it's hard to see a way out. If you had a shred of common sense, I think you know it's worth the wait. Counting down the time that I've been wasting, when it's hard to see a way out. Don't let go of this love, just be patient. I think you know it's worth the wait. Selling hope but falling further. Heart is yearning, but we look back to this very day. When you're unsure, it takes patience. When it's painful, it takes faith. If we overcome this war, then we have won. Counting down the time that I've been wasting, when it's hard to see a way out. If you had a shred of common sense, I think you know it's worth the wait. Counting down the time that I've been wasting, when it's hard to see a way out. Don't let go of this love, just be patient. I think you know it's worth the wait. From day one, we kept our eyes on our own paths, in the good and the bad. From day one, we grew closer with every mistake. We fell into place. We fell in love like shooting stars, moving so fast on the still of the night. From day one, wish I was a perfect picture of someone who's never not good enough. From day one, we took our chances. We beat the odds. Don't need to wish anymore. We fell in love like shooting stars, moving so fast on the still of the night. We fell in love like shooting stars, moving so fast on the still of the night. From day one, if I could turn back time, I'd do it again. Don't wanna lose what's mine again. We fell in love like Well, you may not always see the bigger picture, and it seems unfair that answers never come. When the time is wrong, I give you all that I am. No shades of gray in the colors of you and me. Counting down the time that I've been wasting, when it's hard to see your way out. If you had a shred of common sense.
This year's Spring Visual Arts Competition has attracted 94 entries in 5 different categories. These have been challenging times, and we've seen how our artists have really got creative and have been inspired by the different world in which we've been living in. It's something we wanted to celebrate, so we ensured that this exhibition continued. We reached out to our artists and they submitted their entries in digital format.
I took quite a few photos. It was literally on my way out of school. I wasn't going to. I haven't stepped inside the old West Side School building since then. There was something about that particular room with the posters that were still scattered on the floor and the 3 windows. It made it seem kind of church-like. I think the light coming in was quite poignant and it made it quite a significant image.
An idea for a theme started growing. I was painting it from life, so I had this skeleton staring at me. And obviously I'm not going to lie, that the lockdown and COVID presented its own anxieties, So you're sat there, you're looking at a skeleton, which is, very symbolic of death.
I've been really attracted to the color yellow recently, so I wanted to do a yellow series. So just like looking through photos of like family members with just like a touch of yellow, and he had just gotten these photos done at work, and when I saw that one, I loved the movement you can see, even though it's still you can actually feel the movement and the excitement in the job.
The inspiration to do the piece came after watching and reading about so much domestic violence in the world, in particular violence against women. I wanted to create a piece that would resonate with people in Gibraltar. I shot the piece on black and white film, 16mm, for the grain and the look. The whole thing became a more visceral viewing experience.
For us, it was always about celebrating the talent that exists and about encouraging and promoting the great work that is done locally.
This was the initial idea that I had for the installation, for the Spring Festival competition, and I wanted to base it on something that was current and something that happened to me and my family, really, in relationship to the COVID-19. And at the time, I remember, I think it was the 20-something of March, I was staying in Spain because I'm fixing up my house here, and we heard that there was going to be a lockdown. This was a Saturday, and I spoke to my wife on the Sunday. We decided we have to go back. So we packed the car with things, and my youngest son went with my wife in the car, packed with the guinea pigs, and I was behind on the bike with my eldest son, Nico, behind them, and I told him to video our journey from our house to the frontier and into Gibraltar. And this is part of the footage that you can see in here. Originally, it was going to be projected onto the wall, because I always think that the size of projections are more impressive when you see them at a bigger scale. But unfortunately, because of the space here, there's a lot of light coming through the John Mack entrance, so it wasn't viable. So we decided to go for a TV, and in all honesty, it's worked well. I think it's worked quite nicely with how the whole structure is being placed. But one of the things that was very important to me was the message of hope. And I always remember that with my family, we've always grown the trigo, the wheat, every December, just for good luck or a new beginning, starting the year in the right way. And I thought, well, maybe I could use this idea and place it in the words, so it will send the message of hope for the future and a brighter future as well after all this COVID-19 is over. So that's why I'm in the process of growing the wheat. Might be an installation, might be an actual performance at the end and get people involved throwing the wheat, because that's what we do in Gibraltar. We just throw the wheat from our houses on the 31st of December. So it's quite interesting, because I'm getting ideas all the time once I've set up the whole setup of the installation. So also one of the things I remember of that day was that my wife was very anxious, and once we were getting back, she was very stressed. I remember being on the bike in the queue coming back with all the Gibraltarian cars coming back, and she didn't want me to go ahead with my son. She wanted me to stay just beside everybody. There was some kind of very dense tension in the air, and I remember occasionally when you saw someone, it was almost like seeing some kind of alien, because all the streets were very, there was nobody in the streets, there was no sound as well. It was very strange, a very strange atmosphere. And once we got through, there was at least for me, and I'm speaking to my wife after that, we were all very relieved to be in Gibraltar. Even though, the COVID was still continuing, it has no frontiers, but just coming back and being in Gibraltar gave us a sense of what can I say, a sense of a feeling of being content and being safe, I would say, safe. Yeah.